Hit it.
And now, Jay Thomas News with breaking news. And when news breaks, we fix it. And now the news with Jay Thomas. And the news, along with Cece McCece and her famous intro. Biff Bunyan with the weather, and Katie Von Crystal Katie with a spotlight on spotlights. And now, with no further delays, interruptions, waiting, or more delays, here is Jay Thomas and breaking, now repaired news. Take it away, Jay.
I don't believe you did that.
And now, from a secret location outside of Hooker, Oklahoma, nestled in our DEFCON 1 priority bunker, safely ensconced hundreds of feet below the fruited plains where America grows her amber waves. Articulating profundities with humor and perspicacity seldom heard between these purple mountains' majesty, it's the Jay Thomas Show, with your humble host, Jay Thomas.
Safe in our bunker. We cannot be kidnapped. We shan't be kidnapped. Holy crap. Okay. Okay, we are hours away from finding out what happens. And personally, I can't wait. I'd like to have this person home. Nancy Guthrie, poor lady. I'd love to have her home safely with her family, her loving family, and with her brand new TPO roof. But here's the thing. All right, we're going to pot this down. I can't believe I can do that now. That is so nice. Thank you, Cece. Okay, so here's the thing. Cece and I were just talking, and let me just play a little bit of the of Fox News, and this is breaking news. Is coming in. There you go.
House has come up with.
Okay.
We actually want to go after criminals.
Okay.
Wait a minute. That's not.
If ICE
No,
tramples on your constitutional rights,
Nope,
you should have a private.
This isn't it. Where is it? This is the hoochie coochie.
To all of this, and
All
I'm
right,
afraid that
we missed it. That's how we have been away from that for 30 seconds and it's already gone. So I'm not going to look for it. But they had 3 people in a row. One of them said that this still could be a fraud, still fraudulent. The other one said that they may not pay them the ransom. We'll see. And the third one was they were freaking out because they were looking in either some kind of storm drain or a septic tank, and they didn't understand why they'd be looking in there. I can tell you why. People. They were looking for a body. That was the surge, the federal surge into the area, and they were prying around underneath the bushes and on top of the house and underneath the house and in the pool and everywhere, and in the septic tank. They're looking everywhere and they can't find her. But what? Yeah, no, I know. My prediction that that Delta Force was going to go in and rescue her and shoot everybody in the house and grab her and throw her in the van and take her to a helicopter. Yeah, it didn't happen. I understand. I know. I wanted that so bad when Stupid Bunny came out for the Super Bowl, which I didn't watch because I'm not going to pay. We have streaming now, and I don't have the NFL. And the NFL wanted me to pay, what, $40? No, I'm not going to pay them anything. They've already ruined football for me, so, and I didn't really care. But did I watch the TP? They have, yeah, a little bit of it. Did you? And the Super Bowl on? All right. So much for you, Cece. Well, okay. So back to the Nancy Guthrie, poor Miss Guthrie. Look, we're not going to know anything until 5 o'clock Arizona time. We have another alert. Now it's other news, but we're not going to know anything until 5 o'clock Arizona time. And I don't know what time it is in Arizona, but that's right now. It is 1 o'clock here, so that would be in 5 hours from here. 5 hours from now, we should know. And that's the update. And they're driving me nuts with these updates. They're driving me nuts showing these people picking around the house, into the pool, into the sewer system, knocking on doors, dragging out maps, and all the supposition. And it's just been for a week now. This is day number 9. And really, they didn't really get into this thing until what? The second day? Third? Yeah, second day. So this is the day that they picked it up last week. So this is 7 days, 8 days, let's say, that we found out about it, that they have been nonstop, excuse me, I got to drink this, with this poor woman and her kidnapping. And are we still thinking it's a kidnapping? Hello, Maya. Maya just came in. So you see, we're still thinking it's a kidnapping? Everybody you know, okay. So everybody we know in this area is thinking it's still a kidnapping. And it's not fake. Someone has her, and they're looking, I don't know who's looking for this, but they're looking for the money to dump into Bitcoin. And they're all like, oh, did the money go into Bitcoin? Is it going to go into this wallet? We're all keeping an eye on it. And I'm telling you, if these guys thought that Bitcoin was going to save them, it's not, because Bitcoin is, I told you, what'd your husband say? Did you watch Mr. whatever, the yeah. Mr. Guffiston? That was his name. It was like Guffison or something. And he was the techno wizard, and he said, "Yeah, no, you can trace Bitcoin. Of course you can. Did you really think they were going to let you get away with that? Get out of here." It's more traceable than money, I guess, cash. Because once you have cash, if you have a lot of cash, you can trace it. If you start spending it, you can trace it fairly easy. Actually, Bitcoin is very open, and if you have it, and if you have it and you're in Ukraine, if you're in Russia, yeah. Well, they're not going to be very cooperative, right? So if you're out of the country, that's another thing they're saying. It's not out of the country. These people are here. Of course they're here. I mean, they could be out of the country. Everybody's saying now that they're not in Mexico. How the hell do they know? No one knows anything. I don't know. Hey, everybody, let me tell you something. I do know one thing. I think they're BSing us about the email. That's what I think. I still think that they are lying, and I got to get rid of this because it's just distracting. Sorry. They're lying to us about the email. I still think I still think they sent the email from inside the house. Okay. Yeah, and you don't think that the FBI has the capability, or NSA has the capability of? Okay, Cece says it could be on VPN. Yeah. The Apple Veep is very good, yeah, but Israelis broke that. The intel agencies have, I'm sure they do. That's why I thought that they would pick up her pacemaker from space they got the frequency. Someone went and said, I need the frequency, Dan, and punched the frequency out of these people, and then they got that and they uploaded it to their satellite, and they got a picture of her, and they went in and got it. That's what I thought. So, okay, so far I've been wrong on everything. So is everybody else. So I have a pretty good batting record because everybody else is in the same boat that I'm on. So if I tell you I think that the Delta Force is going to go in and they're going to release her on, bring her release into the news during halftime, I was just as plausible as anybody else. Nobody knows. That's the update. Nobody knows. I don't know anything. They don't know anything, and they're going to tell you a lot. And I'm not laughing that this happened or that she's been kidnapped. And I pray for her safe return. I really do. I am not laughing at that. I am just, here's the ironic thing. Here's the irony. Is she's a journalist, and they're getting the journalist enema like everybody else. You would think that they would have, you don't think that they, what? You think they have to. Oh, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I would think that they would have some kind of, but they're posted right outside the there's Jonathan Hunt. He's swatting off flying cockroaches. He's out there at night. He doesn't have any lights. There's no lights, and there's chupacabras out there. There's all sorts of weird animals. He's out there, and he's over there by the, he has to go between there and the sheriff's office in Pima County. I had never mind. No, I'm not going to say it. So, he's there, and he's been there for a week, and nothing. Nobody knows. I don't know. You don't know. You know as much as I know, as much as they know. And they'll put on police and FBI and all these people, and they'll all give their opinions about what's going on, and their opinions are, they know more than I do about this stuff, but still, I still think my email thing is pretty right on. Well, I still don't see how the sheriff can come out and say the very first thing they could say is, well, we can't trace the email. And that's the only way that I can think they can't trace it. Because the NSA, the FBI can trace all sorts of stuff. And the one thing and I can't remember who said it, is that people don't kidnap people anymore. It's very rare that they kidnap her. And here we go. You got Mrs. Acuna. She's out there in front of the house. Everybody's in front of the house. There it is, and there's the top of the house. And this is it. This is what we've been seeing for. I know this woman's roof better than I know anything else. And then there's the other daughter's house. And she looks suspicious. She has some suspicious shrubbery. I don't like that shrubbery right there. And then they have the they're in there taking pictures. And then someone said, well, there's, they spread some luminol around, and then they took pictures of the luminol, and they got blood. I don't know. No one knows. No one knows. Maybe they're just doing that to throw off the kidnappers. Maybe they're just doing that to, they know where the kidnappers are, or they know approximately. If they're in Mexico, and she's SOL. Well, did you see that? You got it up there. We got the TV on, and I got it here on my my screen. And there's that at night. They got the flight team. Here's a Saturday Fox flight team at night, and they're showing the brand new, nice new TPO roof. I'm telling you, that roof has something to do with this. I don't know why I think that. Maybe it's just because, I'm dreaming at night now. I had a dream about this. And I had a dream about this. It's not doing me any good about this case. And I had a dream about, I don't know, I can't really remember the dream, but I know it was about that. And it's not doing me any good. It's not doing you any good either. It's just, it's really something else. So that's the update. Day 9. This is the update. We will know something in about 6 hours. 5-6 hours. And hopefully we will get this poor lady back then, and this can stop, and then we can hunt down the people who did it. And, God bless her, and let's just hope that she's safe. Oh, I already got blowback from the thing this morning, and that was, I don't know if you've seen it yet, if you haven't, but it's this story from Tulsa World about this cop, the chase from these cops did this lady. What happened was this lady was pulled over. She had a fake license plate, and she was driving on a suspended license. And so she takes off, or the car does, according to the story. The vehicle flees the scene because the vehicle knows it has to get the hell out of there. And the vehicle takes off. And this poor lady, she has no idea why the vehicle's running. She doesn't know this car is wanted. So her and her passenger, who likes street tacos and sitting underneath trees, they're just, along for the ride, and they take off, and the car takes off. And then the cops chase them for 36 minutes at high speeds, and they do a pit maneuver, and the car flies into the trees, and man, did it get wrecked, and they're both dead. The passengers are both dead because the car decided to take off. So that's how the story is written. And none of that's true. And what happened was, this lady had a fake license plate drawn on there with a crayon with September 31st, which doesn't exist, as the expiration date of the fake license plate. And the cop pulled her over, and she gave him some paperwork, and he's looking at it, and it doesn't matter because she has a fake license plate. That says September 31st, and that date doesn't exist. And so he says, get out of the car, we're going downtown. And the car freaked out and took off. And they're complaining about it. What? Who? Hold on.
Minneapolis.
No, not that. Who did? No. The police didn't. It was somebody in the comments. They're like, well, they didn't have to kill her. The thing is, they didn't kill her. The name was Crystal Marie Price and Dario Hendricks. And Dario, he just wanted to sit around, do nothing, sit beneath the trees, and make street tacos. But she got him into this big trouble, and during the traffic stop, the cops accused Price of having a fictitious plate or a fake license plate, and that wasn't enough to kill them. Well, that's not what killed them. What killed them was the car. The car freaked out and took off, and they did a pit maneuver, and those two ended up dying. And that's the story. It wasn't that the two people in the car had fake paperwork and fake license plate and driving on a suspended license and, sort of like skeezy, and then they took off. Who knows why they took off? So the police chase them like they want to do, and instead of backing off, they chased them for 36 minutes, and then they pit maneuvered them, and they hit the tree, and they died. Again, I'm going over this because that's what happened. And if the car didn't freak out and take off, the vehicle, they would still be alive, and that's who I'm blaming. I'm blaming the Kia Elantra. Because now the poor Hendrix, he cannot make street tacos or sit underneath trees like he is wont to do, and playing board games. So now, and what they want, what the person who wrote this, which one is it? Which one is it? The people who wrote this, God, this thing is freaking out on me now too. It's probably because I have so many of these things open. It's yeah, I know. So the people who wrote this, Corey Jones of Tulsa, and the Lee Enterprise Public Service Journalism Team, whoever they are, they don't want the police to go after criminals anymore, chase criminals around. So that's the whole point of this thing. And my thing is that you have to chase criminals because you don't know what they just did. If they're lying to you on their fake license plate, they have a paper plate with "This is my car" and it's stapled onto the windshield, and then that's all you got. Well, whatever, back window, windshield slapped onto the hood. Who cares? This paper plate with "This is my car" written on it, and if they pull you over, then they should just let you go. And that's what these people want. And if you take off, if your car freaks out and takes off, well, they should just let you go. And that's what these people, that's what people like this, yeah. That's what people that that the Tulsa world want. They want us to stop chasing. This guy was from California. Here's something that really, Mr. Hendricks and his sister, I believe it is, Misha Johnson, said Hendricks aimed to become a better person for himself and his kids, just like George. George Floyd. He was going to be a better person any day now, but no, you couldn't let him be a better person. He was going to quit doing crack and meth, and he was going to stop fentanyl and passing fake $50 bills any day now, but no, they couldn't let him become a better person. Well, Misha Johnson says the same thing. He was going to become a better person for himself and his kids, but law enforcement took away that chance. That's in the story. Here in California, you get pulled over for an expired tag, they give you a fix-it ticket. They don't kill you. Jeez. This is what passes for journalism, right here, and this is why we have this. It's all sort of connected. This is why we have 9 days. This poor lady being kidnapped, and they're camping out, in front of her house, and they're, looking in her swimming pool and poking around in her septic tank, and because of this, it's the same stuff. I'm sorry. I look, and again, I'm not making fun of the two people who were killed trying to escape the police. It happens. It's a bad thing. It wasn't worth it. And they said, they point out that she had 3 children at home. Well, the cops didn't know she had 3 children at home. You know who knew she had 3 children at home? She did. I'm pointing at my screen. She did. The lady right here, Mrs. Crystal Price. She knew she had 3 kids at home, so why didn't she not run? But no, we don't get that. We get this kind of garbage, and this is called journalism. Journalism. So that's what we get. And what? No, I don't know. That's what we get for journalism. Yeah. Who are they? I showed you. I don't know what they're doing over at I don't know what they're doing being part of the Tulsa world. the Tulsa World wanted to cut back on writers. They only got 3 or 4 that I can count. You know, I go, oh, that's them again. Yeah, I think they only have 4 writers for the entire paper. But then what they did is they outsourced this to the Corey Jones and the Lee Enterprises Public Service Journalism team. And whoever hell they are, they wrote this whole big thing, and it is a page and a half. And I'm getting a notification on the phone. Well, maybe something's going on, but I doubt it. I really, truly doubt it. So, well, that's 25 minutes of your life you wasted with me again. I appreciate it. Thank you. But here's my update. My update is that we'll have to wait till 5 o'clock. And let's just pray that she comes home safe and that they paid the ransom. I guess it's $6 million. That's cheap. If I was her and someone wanted $6 million from my mom and I had it, I'm peeling that money off and sending it in to get her back. So I know that's what they said they're going to do. So let's pray for her. And we'll keep, we'll keep. And if there's an update tonight, I know you're not going to be here, Cece, but if there's an update tonight and they get her back, maybe I'll be on later on tonight, but that's it. All right, guys. All right, we'll see you later. That's my update. I'm sorry. I don't know anything else that anybody else knows. And now you know just as much as I do. So how about that? Do we have that other thing? Breaking news? We do? All right, let's go out with breaking news. What? It came up where? Oh, you got to be kidding me. All right, here it is.
And now, Jay Thomas News with breaking news. And when news breaks, we fix it. And now the news with Jay Thomas. And the news, along with Cece McCece and her famous intro, Biff Bunyan with the weather, and Katie Von Crystal Katie with a spotlight on spotlights. And now, with no further delays, interruptions, waiting, or more delays, here is Jay Thomas and breaking, now repaired news. Take it away, Jay.
I'm firing Biff Bunyan, damn it. Yeah, outsourced Biff Bunyan to the goddamn Corey Jones guy or whatever his name is. Him and his news enterprise people. All right. Go out and have fun at lunch. Goodbye.